Okay, now I'm not muted. Hi, everyone. I am going to keep my camera off. We're having a little connection. I want to welcome you all to RTPfit Meditation, brought to you by the Frontier at RTP. Just going to open up our waiting room in case others join us. While we're going, and we have some folks out here in the hammocks. A little bit, okay. Is it better?
Yeah, that sounds better.
Okay, here we go. So we have some folks here in the hammocks. We have some folks here online. And today we're talking about work less and increase your productivity. So I'm going to talk a little bit. We're going to meditate. We're going to stay online, stay focused. So thank you for being here. Bill George is a professor at Harvard, and he was an executive with Medtronics. He says the main business case for mindfulness is that if you're fully present on the job, you'll be a more effective leader, you'll make better decisions, and you'll work better with other people. And recently a report came out of a study that was done in Iceland where they did trials for a 4-day work week, and it was an overwhelming success. It led to many workers moving to shorter hours with the same pay. This was a 4-year study. Productivity remained the same or improved. And what does this study have in common with practicing mindfulness? Well, it is important because of engagement and prioritization. So research proves that engaged employees are more productive at work. And it also shows that when we practice mindfulness, that we know how to prioritize what's important, what's unimportant. There's so many studies being done around mindfulness and meditation. It's wonderful, and they're being done around business also. Another study of small and medium-sized businesses found that organizations with the most engaged employees have 65% higher stock value and 26% less employee turnover, 20% less absenteeism. That's huge. And there is a positive correlation between mindfulness and engagement at work. So we know that when we're engaged, we're focused, there are less distractions, and productivity goes up. One of the highest indicators of stress at work is our coworkers and our bosses and distractions that are caused by them. So mindfulness helps foster the characteristics that lead to enhanced engagement and job satisfaction and better relationships with our coworkers, lower stress. And other studies, more studies. Gallup is doing a lot of these studies. So one Gallup study showed that meditators and mindfulness practitioners are better able to prioritize. More focus, less distractions leads to fewer mistakes, fewer accidents, leads to better decision making, higher productivity. Imagine knowing that when you get to work, that you know exactly what's important and why, and that's what you do, and you leave the unimportant work alone. Aetna did a study. They have a company-wide mindfulness program, and they did their own study and found that job effectiveness improved dramatically. Employees gained an average of 62 minutes per week of productivity, which they estimated was $3,000 per employee. per year. They've had over 13,000 employees go through this program. So put that together, 3,000 employees, $3,000 per employee, 13,000 employees, $39 million savings to their bottom line. So let's begin. Let's settle in. Settling in with your spine in alignment, whether you're sitting or lying down. Arms and legs crossed if you're in a chair or lying in a hammock. Of course, if you're on a cushion, legs crossed. Closing your eyes or softening your gaze. And bringing your attention, your focus to the breath. And if you like, you can make the next couple of breaths a little bit deeper so you can really feel the breath. Now bring your attention to the breath in the nostrils, noticing where the breath comes in and goes out. And now maybe you're noticing your mouth, so just go ahead and roll your tongue around on the inside of your mouth and swallow. And now bring your attention to the breath as it connects with the back of your throat. And moving your attention down into your chest, sensing the expansion of your rib cage on the inhale and the contraction on the exhale. And sensing your heart, sensing your whole chest. Dropping your awareness down into your belly, bringing full attention to the breath in the belly. Breathing into the belly. And connecting with this place of awareness in your belly, this place of deep knowing, connecting with this inner wisdom in your belly. Bring to mind what it is that you love to do. Remember those times when you have been in your zone of deep focus, doing what you love. Remember how you feel when you're fully engaged. Whatever arises for you. Open, happy, curious, whatever comes up. And keeping these words, these phrases in your mind, your heart, bring your hands, one to your belly and one to your heart, allowing yourself to be fully present to the sensations of full engagement. Now letting your hands return to your lap or your thighs, and recall a time in the recent past when you were not engaged. Perhaps you were feeling bored or overwhelmed. And again, bringing to mind the words and phrases from before. Noticing if that brings you back into the present. Maybe placing one hand on your heart and the other on your belly, noticing any shifts. If your mind is wandering, feeling a little unstable, or if you're not sensing a full shift, you might bring your hands in front of your chest with your palms facing one another. And as you breathe in, allow your palms to come toward one another. And as you breathe out, allow the space between your palms to widen out to the width of your shoulders. You might try this for a few breaths and observe any changes in sensations in your mind, in your heart. And letting your hands return to your thighs or your lap, or leaving them on your belly and your heart. Just letting the breath breathe itself. Connecting with your breath wherever you find it most pleasant, whether that's in your nostrils, back of your throat, your chest, your belly. And now opening up your awareness to include the breath in the whole body. Feeling your whole body lying here, sitting here, breathing. And you might now open up your senses to include whatever's present for you in your heart, any emotions, whatever's present in your mind, any stories that are running in your mind. Just allowing. And perhaps this sense of space is plenty. Or maybe you want to open your awareness up to include the whole collective present that's here with us today. Here in the hammocks, here in the Zoom room. Perhaps opening up wider, like a big blue sky, allowing everything to arise and fall away, noticing whatever's present for you in this moment, observing it with ease. Imagine sitting in a giant meadow on a clear summer day, allowing your awareness to be as vast and as expansive as the sky. A sky that stretches from one horizon to the other. And if at any time your mind starts to get too crowded, just returning to the breath. And then opening again once the mind feels stable, steady. Breathing in and out. Allowing awareness itself to be open, spacious. Breathing in, breathing out. Resting in this spaciousness. Where is your mind now? Noticing where your mind is without judgment. Gently returning to the breath. Gently returning to the spaciousness of this moment, allowing everything to be just as it is. And just as clouds can appear in the big sky and linger for a while before drifting off over the horizon, we can have sensations and thoughts that drift into our awareness, stay with us for a time. And each time this happens, we gently return to the awareness of the breath, resting in the breath and resting in the spaciousness of awareness itself, letting it be. Breathing in, breathing out. Awareness is the spaciousness of the sky itself. Being the sky, not the clouds. Breathing in, breathing out. Allowing yourself to be just as you are in the moment. Listening to the words of R.D. Laing. The range of what we think and do is limited by what we fail to notice. And because we fail to notice, there is little we can do to change until we notice how failing to notice shapes our thoughts and deeds. Thank you. Deep bow. Next week we'll dive into rain, recognize, allow, investigate, nurture. It's an incredible meditation for discovery, insight, and healing. If you all have any questions, I'm here. If you have any observations, I'm here. If you have anything to share online, you can unmute yourself, and I'm here.
Do you want us to register something?
Yes, if you don't mind. For those of you that are here present, if you would take a picture of our little scanner. Oh, I like your sandals. Thank you. Thank you. And we're so blessed to have our internet connection stay steady this week. Thank you. Thank you all who are present online. Hope you'll come again. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. We'll both have
Hope you received what you needed.